Hey everyone, so today is diary entry 18. Yeah, 18. Um, I've been so exhausted. I feel like with work and me constantly trying to find time for myself and time for my friends and my family, I feel like all I want to do is just sleep because I've been working so much and I feel like I don't have enough time in the day, and then I make it a goal to wake up early, and then honestly I don't even end up waking up early because when my alarm goes off I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just go to sleep for like another hour, and then it turns into another hour, and then I just end up waking up late. And it frustrates me a little bit just because I feel like I need to push myself to get up earlier to like do more things in the day, because I don't like when I just wake up and have like 2 or 3 hours before work and then that's it. And so I'm determined to do my best to try and push myself to go to sleep early today after work, even though that's kind of hard because I get off at 11:30 p.m. and then I'll wash up and then sit there for a little bit on my phone. And it's weird, but I go on TikTok a lot at night just because to me at least, it takes my mind. It doesn't take my mind off things. What it does is it really kind of relaxes my mind because I'm so focused on what I'm watching and like what I'm listening to on there and like what I'm seeing people do on there. And so I just feel like it really like gives me peace at night before bed. And then after that, once I start feeling sleepy, I'll pray, and then once I pray, I just go straight to sleep right after. And so tomorrow I'm really determined to like make sure I get up early because I don't want to sleep. I don't like sleeping my days away. I really do not. Like if there's a day where I really feel like I need to sleep in, then that's totally fine. But I do not like sleeping like the day away. Like some people, don't get me wrong, I love sleep. I love sleep. I'm very sure everybody loves sleep. But I feel like there's people that can just like sleep all day, and I can't do that. That's not me. I'm like, it's a whole brand new day. Like I want to do things. I don't want to just sit here in bed and just stay there. And I used to just be in bed with a certain someone a lot, and it was fine because that's how we would spend time together. But I also want to get out of bed and do things. Yeah, it was a lot. But that's besides the point. So that's my goal for tomorrow. It's not a big goal, but it's a goal, and I'm gonna achieve it. Sorry. So there's that. So I've just been feeling really drained from work, and I think because I've only been doing this type of shift for like started back in October, so it's gonna barely be like almost 2 months this month. And so I feel like I'm still having to adjust to it, even though it's been like almost 2 months. I feel like my body still is like, what are we doing? Like, why are we up so late? And I also have to get used to like my eyes getting so tired from like looking at the computer screen all day, and it's just a lot. But that's okay. We're grateful for our job, and we're gonna keep doing it because we like it and it pays the bills. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Sorry, I got lost in thought. What the frick was I gonna say? I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was just it. So I've just been doing my best to adjust and focus on my mental health and my emotional health, and it's been good. I feel like I'm feeling not completely like my old self, which is fine because I don't think I'm gonna go back to the way I was before, because I feel like since I'm growing into someone new, it's gonna feel different. It's gonna feel uncomfortable because it's someone that I'm not used to, and that's okay. we're gonna welcome this change. I just feel like lately I've been not in my head, and I've been feeling very good about my days, and I've just been pushing through. I mean, there's moments where I do get sad, and there's moments where I think about my ex a lot. And I just have to keep reminding myself that it's a passing moment. Whatever I'm feeling in that moment is valid, and that's okay. And, it's just a feeling, and it'll go away when it needs to, or when it feels like it's time to. And I'm just not forcing anything anymore. I'm kind of just letting things be the way they need to, and I'm letting go as much as possible. I'm doing my best to not expect anything from anybody, or assume things from people, because I used to do that a lot, and I feel like all it does is disappoint you. And I don't know, I not that I don't know, I do know. I just know lately I've been feeling really good, and that's what we're gonna hope that we keep feeling like. And I'm not saying that maybe, in a couple weeks from now, I might have a day where I feel like crap, and I feel like really sad, and I miss my ex a lot, and and it's bound to happen. I feel like that's just a part of healing. It's true that they say that healing is not linear. It jumps back and forth, up and down, and it's never just a straight line, and that's okay. I'm not so focused anymore on being scared of letting go, and being scared of, in a sense, moving on with my life and moving on with myself. Because those feelings I don't think will ever change about him. I mean, they might change in the sense that, we'll only be friends, and that's it, which is fine. I'm learning to accept that, and that's okay. But as far as romantic wise, I don't think those feelings will ever leave. Especially for someone that I was building a life with and building a future with. And sorry. That's okay. We are okay. I just think that's the most saddest part, is how close you get to someone, and how connected you get, to the point where you feel like everything about yourselves are so intertwined, and then slowly you or them, or maybe the both of you at the same time, just start cutting those threads slowly but surely. They just start going and going until you get to the very last string, and then it's either you or that person that has to cut it. And I feel like for me, I was holding on to a string that wasn't connected anymore. And the fact that I acknowledge that now, and the fact that I'm realizing it now and I'm aware of it, it's sad, because obviously I didn't want to ever lose that connection. But it's just letting me know that I need to be patient, because there's something better. Or maybe it's with that person again. I don't know. It's not my end goal anymore, and it's not something that I go to sleep wishing every night, because that's not in my control. And I'm done trying to control things that obviously are not in my control. Life is not in my control. All I can do is worry about what I do, and worry about how I go about my day, and how I make others feel, and how I make myself feel. And yeah, so that's what I've been practicing lately. I'm also really excited for this podcast project. I I don't know. It's exciting and it's nerve-wracking to like not know what the outcome will be, but that's okay because that's not in my control. So there's that. I've really just been wanting to just get up and go and leave on a trip, which is hard with work. So that's kind of like a factor that's playing into it. But I'm planning on going to either... No, not either. We're going to both, actually. Or maybe 3. Was it 3? I don't remember if he said it was 3 or not. One of my friends that I did a shoot with tomorrow. This is why I should not start recording before I've had coffee, because my brain does not work. I was trying to say is yesterday I did a shoot with one of my photographer friends named Mateo, and he's really good. Maybe I should post like my Instagram in the bio so you guys can like click on it and check it out. I don't have the photos yet, but you guys can go through my page to find him and check out his work. He's really good, and his photos really are interesting. Like the way he goes about his like concepts for his photo shoots are interesting to me. He likes a lot of like symmetrical stuff, and like I don't know, it's his own style of photography, I guess, that he's really interested in, and I really like it. It's cool. But we were talking about going to Asia next year, which I'm all for, because my first trip to Japan was amazing. Could have been a lot better. But that's okay. We're still grateful either way. We had the opportunity to go. But now that I have this good paying job, I can start saving money and I can go again and to other places. And so we talked about going to Asia, and 3 places we most likely were thinking about going to, which we're probably going to end up going and saving for. I had to talk to him either tomorrow or Thursday. So we are planning on going to Japan, to Korea, and to Thailand, which I'm super excited about. And I've been practicing like my Japanese, but it's still, shame on you, Topher, bad hoppa. It's okay. I know enough phrases to like get by and to like order and stuff, but as far as like having a full-on conversation with somebody, I don't think I could do it right now, but I will. So I've been practicing on a couple of apps. I'm not gonna say them because I don't want people thinking they're sponsored and like I'm over here trying to like, you know, get some ad revenue. Yeah, and so I'm practicing that. I'm also gonna I was starting to practice Korean, which isn't as hard as like I thought it was gonna be. Like it's still hard, but learning like the alphabet and everything was like super quick. And so I'm like, I think it's just the fact that you literally have to keep practicing, just like with Japanese. You gotta practice every day, like with Spanish too. I need to start practicing my Spanish a little bit more. But I was doing really good when I had it like consistently going, and then I stopped because some life got in the way. So I need to get back into that. I have a big freaking notebook that I've just been using to like write my lessons down, because I have like 3 different books. I have 2 of them on my computer, and then I have one that I bought at Barnes & Noble that I'm using. And so I'm just going to be using those and be practicing my Korean and practicing my Japanese, so that way by the time we go, because we're not going till next December, I believe, I'll be ready to go, be speaking some Japanese and Korean and Spanish. Thai is one of the only ones I probably will not attempt to learn because it's really hard. My ex says it's the alphabet's really difficult for people to learn, and there's like a couple words that I know because of like the BL Thai dramas that I watch, but other than that I don't really like. I can hear some words like in songs and like in the shows that I'm like, oh, I'm super familiar with because I know what they like mean, but other than that I'm like, maybe I'll just ask him to teach me. I could ask him if he's not busy, we'll see. But yeah, so that's some exciting news that I wanted to share with you guys. But I'm gonna get going because I have a lot to do before work. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys continuing to support me and watch these videos, and it just makes me really happy to see that people are actually like watching this and like commenting and liking it. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys, and I also will keep you updated on when I release the podcast, just so that way you guys have the link to listen to. I'll probably post it in the description box. But I hope you guys all have a lovely day. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.